Right off the bat, Shadowflame is not actually a new magic, it has been in WoW for a while. However, right now, we are going into Aberrus in 10.1, the place where Shadowflame was actually originated, and this is the true source and the most potent source of this super powerful magic, and it is holding a lot of new lore and potential. As we can discover from new experiments from the raid, Neltharion had sacrificed a ton of elementals, infused their powers with the powers of the void, creating this void fire type magic that is not only super powerful, but it can also reanimate the undead. This might be the 6th Dragonfly that we have been speculating about, this might be the new leaked Draktyr spec, and most importantly, this might be the perfect time to add a Necromancer class that utilizes the Shadowflame, as it could be tied to the origin of Galakrond and this entire unliving thing. When you think about it, we have everything from Void users to Death Knights to Fel Warlocks that all use super dangerous magics for the defense of Azeroth. So could it be possible that now, as we go to Aberrus, the source where this magic was created, that we could get certain magic users to embrace the Shadowflame and start wielding it in a safe manner for the good of Azeroth? Right now is the best time to get the Ridge wallet, as they're celebrating a 10-year anniversary and you can get a huge 40% discount. Now, I'm using this wallet for years at this point and it's just amazing. I've also been using the key case as well, which really fits perfectly. Now, if you go to my code at ridge.com/Doran, you can get the discount, but only for the next day or two. So make sure to check out my link in the description and go to ridge.com/Doran and just stock up on your Ridge wallets. Keep in mind, as I said, Shadowflame is not actually a new concept. This is something that we've had in World of Warcraft for a while, but I feel like it is going to get significant retconned, and not even really retconned, more like it will get expanded upon, because until this point we literally had essentially approximately 2 lines on what Shadowflame even was. Back in 2014, so nearly a decade ago, Blizzard stated sort of half-stated that Shadowflame was fel magic infused with a void, maybe, which I personally don't think this is actually true with all the recent hints from Aberrus and all this new lore. It is almost certainly elemental magic infused with a void, or the other way around. Now, it is stated that Neltharion had actually originated and created Shadowflame magic essentially as a brand new super powerful magic school. However, seeing that there were people from other planets that used Shadowflame and actual demons, probably using Shadowflame and other variations, what I think is the most likely scenario is that Neltharion studied it in his libraries and recreated it on the planet of Azeroth. It is essentially the same scenario how there are many fel and void magic users from all across the different planets. I mean, these are just all universal magics that anyone can pick up on, they just inherently exist in the Warcraft universe. So for example, you have the humans and the Drana using the light even though they're from completely different planets. We've seen Neltharion's countless libraries and documents where he was really closely studying the old gods, really trying to get to the truth of the matter of what happened on Azeroth. Now, I don't think Neltharion was studying this so he can teach a history class, but more because he was searching for a really unique ways to empower himself and to be able to dominate Azeroth for whatever purpose, which I'm guessing we're going to discover quite soon. So Shadowflame is a really weird magic. From what we have just learned from Aberrus, it is a very simple, a mixture of the void, so old god magics, and the elementals, a really deadly combination. However, you would expect this to be kind of like casting shadow firebolts, like infused shadow firebolts, but instead this magic is incredibly potent, which is of course natural due to its source. Most importantly, Shadowflame can actually animate undead constructs, so it is literally a necromancer type energy, which is a lot more than just some enhanced fire spells. As you may know, elementals are sort of the life of all planets, the natural life, and very related to the spirit element, so I could totally see this spirit decay aspect being related to the void, which we also know is tied to the death realm. Now, of course, 10.1 isn't even out yet, so we don't really know the true history, but it is almost certain that Neltharion was the one that originated Shadowflame on Azeroth in Aberrus. We are just learning from his experiments that he literally sacrificed countless elementals in order to create this magic, and this might also also kind of give you a hint on why these primalists are not really the fans of these Titan dragons. I mean, not only did they take on the powers of the Titan invaders, but they're now sacrificing their own heritage to empower themselves. The thing is, Deathwing has done a lot of experiments, but his most secret ones were done in Aberrus, which was completely hidden under the ground, and we are actually going to encounter some experiments along the way, which are going to be bosses, which further expand on this. For example, there is Kazara, one of the bosses. Here is her description. Before Deathwing, there were many attempts to infuse a subject with Shadowflame. The only one that survived was Kazara. Driven mad by excruciating pain inflicted by her Elementium plates, she now serves as the ferocious guardian of the Shadowed Crucible. As you may have probably heard, this is the Elementium plate dragon that Neltharion had used to experiment on, so that later he could use the exact same armor. But as you can see, Shadowflame seems even more dangerous than Fel Magic, as it says only one dragon actually survived this ritual. Then there is another boss called Molgoth, and this is his or her description. The creation of Shadowflame destroyed countless elementals. Now only the strongest remain, Crossgoth and Moltenia. One of Shadow, the other Fire. These powerful elementals combine their powers to create a force of ultimate destruction. So I'm not even really sure what to say about a Shadow Elemental, but this kind of shows you how he has been treating the native elementals. I mean, keep in mind, all dragons are elemental in nature as well, so this is like destroying their own heritage, which in a way is blasphemy and really could be tied to that rebellion and that big dragon war. Now the thing is, the reason this is new lore is because we are getting to the source of what happened. We can actually see Shadowflame on multiple occasions, although it was really always the most mysterious magic. I mean, Nefarian was the most notable wielder, and really with all these experiments and everything you can see, that Neltharion was really like a discount Deathwing. I mean, he has literally been trying to recreate Aberrus, his father's experiments in the new Dragonflight, in a much less successful and a ceremonial manner than Deathwing had done. Other than Nefarian, we had seen, of course, Deathwing himself wielding it. On Onyxia, we had seen various Shadow Mages, Twilight's Hammer cultists, and most interestingly, some Scourge Necromancers. However, everyone other than Neltharion, I would say, was just trying to recreate what Neltharion had built in his library all those thousands of years ago, what he had actually originated on Azeroth. Now, of course, it all depends on what is going to happen in 10.1 so that we can see how the storyline is going to progress. If you can follow the news from the Echo of Neltharion, that is an actual boss, we had seen a sword that drops that has all the 5 dragon aspect versions colors and a 6th purple one. It is entirely possible that Neltharion had attempted to create the 6th Dragonflight, the Shadowflame one, so like a Void Primalist incarnate Dragonflight type thing. It is also possible that the leaked new spec for the Dractyr is going to be Shadowflame related, which is why some Dractyrs see this Shadowflame as their heritage. However, the main reason I'm making this video is because of the most interesting aspect, and that is the use of creating undead and subsequently having necromancers. This might finally be our ticket to getting some necromancers. Necromancers, as you may have noticed, have been the most requested class, I'd say, since forever. We missed the chance in Wrath of the Lich King, we missed the chance in Shadowlands when we went to the source of necromancy itself, at least the Death Realm necromancy. However, now we are discovering Shadowflame, which is like a void necromancy type thing, which not only created undead, but it is also super relevant to the current events. This could be the source of Hereticron and this hunger. It could be related to the old gods, and it definitely is, and most importantly, it is also related to the elementals. So if we got Void Elves and Fel Warlocks, I really don't see why we can't have good guys wielding this new magic that we're going to discover. I mean, there have been so many examples where dangerous magics were used to defend Azeroth. This might have even been Neltharion's original purpose before he fell to his madness. As I said, it's definitely still too early to give like concrete lore hints, but the way things are going, I'm guessing Hereticron's hunger, the corruption of Galakron, and all these dark secrets are going to be connected to the magic of Shadowflame. I'm guessing Neltharion might have been really intrigued by Galakron and his sort of undead, the non-living magic and this corruption, and he might have experimented on it, as we could see in combining it with all these elementals he had sacrificed. Now, why he created it at this point is really just unknown. He might have wanted to rule the world, he might have wanted to use old god magics against the old gods, like fighting fire with fire, he might have wanted to eliminate the Titan invaders from Azeroth, or just to become a powerful force himself. I'm guessing we're going to discover that after 10.1 is over, and that is how the storyline is going to progress. However, with the reintroduction and the expansion of the Shadowflame Magic School, there are a lot of really interesting things that we could learn quite soon. Thank you for watching. Check out all the updates for the Eastern Kingdoms by clicking on the screen, and check out Doronsmovies Academy for videos on real-world history. See you next time!